Hey everyone, I want to start off by saying thank you guys so much for all the positive feedback that I got on my first video. It was very welcoming to open up and see just all the comments from you guys. I thought that was awesome. So I just want to start by saying thank you. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what it's like to game on the Pixel Fold, and some of the other things you can do when you want to game on the Pixel Fold. Starting out, we're going to be talking about just some casual gaming using basic apps that you can run on any device, apps that you've probably been running for the past 10 years. We're going to talk about what it's like to connect controllers and use them on the device, and then also remote play. Now, I want to be clear. One thing I am not going to be doing in this video is I'm not going to be comparing this to the Galaxy Z Fold. I'm also not going to be comparing this to the OnePlus Open. The reason for that is that when it comes to a lot of these games and stuff, it's not really going to matter which device you have. They're both going to run it well. The Pixel might get a little bit warmer sooner than some of the other phones, but both the Z Fold and the Pixel are pretty thin phones for foldables. Both are going to tend to feel hot first. That's just how thinner phones tend to work. And then as for the OnePlus Open, the reason I'm not going to compare it to that is because I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. I've never had a OnePlus Open. I've never really gotten a chance to play around with them or test them out. I would just be flat out lying. Now, when I say casual gaming, I mean literally games that you would just play on your phone that you wouldn't really want to play on a bigger screen like a TV, starting out with Pokemon Go. Now, one thing that I've noticed when I'm playing this game is that I have to play it in this mode using the cover screen, otherwise everything looks weird. And I'm gonna kind of show you what I mean by that. I've made little shorts in the past, kind of poking fun, but when you open it up and you go widescreen, you are playing in landscape. This game is not meant to be landscape, it is meant to be portrait. Even if we turn it sideways and we activate, the kind of the portrait mode, I guess you could call it, it still kind of looks a little bit strange. It seems a little bit short, and it feels like there's a little bit down here that should be that we're not seeing. And that's just something you're going to notice when you're playing a game like this. This game is meant to be played in portrait and portrait only. It's not a game that the developers would ever expect you to play in landscape or widescreen, so it just doesn't work as well. Now, not all games are like this. There are some games that were still designed to be played in portrait mode, but they still work very well even when you go widescreen. This is one of those games. It's one of the first games that I got when I got this device just because I wanted to test out, see some of the different games that were out there. Because one thing that's different with this phone than my Z Flip is that I actually want to play games on this phone. For a long time, I would actually make jokes when people asked if I had games on my phone that no, like I'm not a kid, I don't have games on my phone. That was until I got a phone with this awesome of a screen. Now I very much am a kid and I love to play these games. But one thing I do want to point out is how weird things can get when you change the orientation sometimes. See, things look a little bit skinnier now and a little bit weird. I'm going to go ahead and restart the app and show you what it would normally look like if I were to start it in this rotation. After restarting the app, you can see a quite clear difference. This is a lot better now. This definitely looks more normal for how the game was going to be played. It also makes the game a lot more enjoyable. I remember playing a lot of arcade games like this growing up, and being able to just go on my phone and play something like this and have such a big screen, it's a lot of fun. One of the biggest things that turns me off when it comes to mobile gaming and kind of makes me want to scoff at the idea is that you're playing it on such a small screen. It's just not that fun. And unless you're in a place where you really just need to kill time for a while, there are usually better uses of your time. And if you really just want to take some time in game, I mean, there's a 75-inch TV in my living room right now. We could go play my PlayStation there and it'd be a lot better experience. But for some quick, simple things like this, you really can't beat having the bigger screen. I mean, games like this just look awesome on it. Connecting controllers is going to be super easy to do. All you have to do is find the controller, find out how to pair it. This is a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. So to put it in pairing mode, I just need to click that little button there and hold it. Then eventually after a while, we're going to see some beeping lights come out of the bottom here. There we go, it's in pairing. I'm in settings on the Pixel, connected devices, Bluetooth, pair new device. Boom, Pro controller right there. Yep, we're going to pair it. Pairing. And we're connected. You can see I'm able to use the controller to move stuff around there. And then I believe, there we go. Yeah, I can hold the home button or use the home button to kind of go back, kind of like you would with a traditional home button. And then I can control things by using the buttons here, swiping along and going around. And then there was something else I wanted to show you as far as actually using this in-game, something that I thought was very cool. Now you may notice I'm playing Minecraft now and everything's connected and it's working perfectly. Down here, it's showing to use the up button if I want to go to inventory, or not the up button, but where triangle would be on a normal PlayStation controller. Or the side button, which is Y in this case, over here. Now, when I had this connected and I was using my PlayStation controller to play Minecraft, one thing I immediately noticed is that it actually had the triangle and then the square here for the right buttons, and that was really, really cool. Being able to come in and the console just, or not the console, but the phone knows, hey, we're using this type of controller, and then the app is able to tell you what buttons to use. That's really cool, but this doesn't always work, and I'll kind of show you what I mean when I switch over to another game. This time around, I've got the PlayStation controller hooked up. One thing that's kind of fun about this is I can actually use the touchpad. Either have a little cursor going around the screen. I don't know if you can see that guy well. I'm going to put him over the water to make him visible. I can also click down. If I swipe over, oh, maybe not. Maybe I suck. Okay, maybe not. Earlier I was able to, oh, there we go. It's a little inconsistent and it's not perfect, but you can kind of swipe around using this. Again, like I said, it's not perfect, but let's be honest, it's kind of silly, the idea of even using the touchpad controller on a touchscreen device. Really, what I want to do with it is I actually want to use it to play other games like COD. Now that I'm playing Call of Duty, you can kind of look and the controls aren't quite right. You can see it's telling me to click B to crouch, but it's not B for me, it's circle on PlayStation. A to jump, it's not A, it's X. Of course, you know, triggers and all that's fine, but it just kind of shows that this isn't really on the Pixel side, but it's actually on the app developer side to make sure that when you're using a controller, it shows you the right controls. In Minecraft, it shows me triangle and all the appropriate PlayStation buttons, but here it's showing me all of the Xbox buttons. Not a big deal, doesn't really matter. I play this game sometimes on my PlayStation, so I'm familiar enough with the controls. Just kind of a funny little detail I noticed while I was doing this. Now, if you want to use PlayStation Remote Play from your phone, you will have to go to the settings on your PlayStation and make sure that you're set up to do so. So you're going to go down in settings to system, then you're going to go down to remote play. Now mine is already enabled, but normally it's not enabled. You have to enable it, go down to link device. Now I've already linked a device, but what that would look like is it would come up with some numbers letting you know what to use. And then if you had never connected before on the phone, you would go on the phone to connect new device, and it would let you do so by entering in the numbers. Now, of course, I have already connected it, so I can see right up there that we're good to go. Okay, we're back on the Pixel Fold. I have my controller connected. If you want to know how to connect a PlayStation 5 controller to your Pixel, you just go into settings, or you can go to one of my recent shorts that I posted, and you can watch how to do it there. But from here we are in. I am using the same Wi-Fi. I do want to make that clear. One of the hard things about using this, let me turn that down, is that you need a high-speed internet connection. Some guy that I work with, he has a PlayStation Portal, and I've noticed sometimes he'll set it down after about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll ask him why he's not using it, and he says that's because the Wi-Fi connection at work isn't strong enough. I also tried to connect today to see if I could play Helldivers at work, and I was not able to do so because the connection was not strong enough. All right, and there you go.
The galaxy looks to you for salvation. Let nothing stand in the way of liberty.
Now, one of the real reasons I wanted to show this off isn't just to play Helldivers or anything like that, but when I was thinking about making this video, I thought I would mention that Samsung does have an advantage over Google right now because you can't download Fortnite from the Play Store. You can download Epic Games from the Galaxy Store, which allows you to play it on the Z Fold, but not on the Pixel Fold. But with PlayStation Remote Play, there's a workaround. Not only can you play that, but you can play other games like Spider-Man 2, as well as Helldivers, All you really need to do that is just a strong Wi-Fi connection. That's the biggest thing. This phone is going to be able to run those games just fine through remote play, but it needs a strong Wi-Fi connection. That's going to be the biggest hindrance here, not which version of the foldable do you have. Now, to kind of wrap this all up together, I wanted to throw in a few more comments about what it's like gaming with a folding phone. And honestly, it's been really cool. Folding phones have actually kind of, I guess you could say, what's the word? Reinvigorate, revitalize, whatever. They did something that made me want to actually game on my phone again. Because for a long time, I didn't really want to. You know, when I was younger, I was hooked to my iPod Touch. I was playing that thing all the time. I always had it in my hands. And as I got older, I kind of got away from gaming on my phone. I kind of started seeing it as a bad habit, but now with my new job, there are times where I'm just kind of sitting around. Sometimes I read, sometimes I do something productive, but sometimes I open up Clash of Clans and I do something fun. I don't really think this is a good, I guess, a gaming phone. I don't really think any phone should be dedicated to just gaming, but I do know there are some companies out there that make phones dedicated to gaming. And if you're looking for something that's really kind of peak performance, best bang for your buck, it's not going to be a folding phone. These folding phones are great because it allows you to do a lot of things in one device. It gives you more screen, so, well, nothing you can't do on a normal phone. It just makes you enjoy doing more things on one device because of that bigger screen. But let's just look at cost for a second, because keep in mind, this is $1,800. So now you could spend $1,800 and you could get a folding phone for your gaming. You know, that could be what you're doing. Let's say Pixel Fold here. Or you could go out and you could actually buy a console or something, you know? What's a Switch cost? What is it, like $350 for a Switch? OLED? Switch. Or if you don't care and you don't need your gaming to be portable, you could just do what I did. Let's see, PS5 plus TV plus couch. I spent $500 for my couch. Didn't get the best couch, but I got a good one and I got it new. I paid $500 for my TV. I got a really good deal on Black Friday. Even if you don't wait till Black Friday, you can still get a TV for cheap. Okay, 50-inch TV. What is that running? Like $300, $400, maybe $500 for a good one. $500, and then the PlayStation I just spent $700 as part of a forced bundle through GameStop when I got it a few years ago. So for the cost of a Pixel Fold, you can save $100 and you can get all of this. So that's why I don't really see phones as gaming phones. I don't think a phone should really be dedicated, because when you're looking at spending over $1,000 on a gaming device, there are a lot of other better options. And even if you want to go the PC route, $1,000, I mean, you know, what is that going to buy? A pretty decent PC? I'm not a PC guy. I'm not going to pretend I am. But for $1,800, I bet you could get a really sweet PC for that. You know, or not even PC. If you really want to do something portable, if portability is important to you, you could go out and you could buy like a Lenovo Legion Go. You could get a Steam Deck. These things are not going to cost over $1,000. They're going to be more in the $500-$600 realm, a lot cheaper. So, are you going to enjoy gaming on a folding phone? Yeah, you're going to love it. But is it something you're going to buy for the gaming? No, probably not. You're going to buy it for all the other reasons, all the content you can watch, enjoying a bigger screen. That's the real reason to buy. Things like this, gaming, that's really just a plus when it comes with it. And it's a huge plus. Like I said, I completely stopped gaming on my phone back when I had the Z Flip 3 and the Z Flip 4. Even before that, when I had an iPhone X, I really didn't do a whole lot of gaming on it anymore. Now that I've got the bigger screen, I love doing it. Thank you guys again for watching the video. If you have any questions or comments, please go down below and let me know what those are. If you guys take the time to leave a comment, I'll definitely take the time to respond. I appreciate, again, everyone for watching, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys again. I'll try and have new full-length videos, at least one every week, and then with shorts coming every single day. But you guys have a great day. Look forward to hearing from you, and yeah, have a good one.